Okay, hold on one second. Who was the daily word reader? Good morning.
Good morning.
And welcome back, YouTube and Facebook land. We now have a healthy streaming team back in the building. Yay! So welcome to Unity of Palmyra, where centered in love, we embrace a positive path for spiritual living. We are an open and affirming congregation. We love you exactly as you are in all of your magnificent glory, and we're absolutely delighted that you've joined us this morning. If this is your first time here, welcome. Any council members in the room, please raise your hand. If you have any questions about anything, are you a council member? Thank you. If you have any questions about... For those people who realize they're council members, please raise your hand. If you have any questions about Unity, you can talk to me or any council member that just raised their hand. And please do join us for fellowship. I understand we're having a birthday celebration today, and I saw cupcakes. I'm so glad it's Cheyenne's birthday, right? All right, so let's just take a minute to become fully present, centered, grounded, wherever you are, whether you're in this beautiful sanctuary or you're joining us from home, we invite you to become fully present, to turn off the phones and the emails and allow yourself the gift of being here now. As we come apart for a while to remember the truth of who we are. That we are magnificent spiritual beings having an incredible human experience. And here at Unity, we honor both of those states of being, both our humanity and our physical nature, and our spirit and our spiritual nature. And we realize that that incredible integration is the definition of wholeness. That's what we believe, it's what we honor, it's what we celebrate together. And so we take this hour every week to simply remember that truth and to commit to taking that truth and that experience into the world when we leave this time. And as always, we enter into this experience with gratitude as we say thank you for this time to come apart for a while. Thank you for whatever safe space you are in, and most especially, thank you for one another. And so it is. Amen. So I'm going to invite you to stay seated for just a minute while Janie sings us into our opening song, and you'll know when to stand.
There was a time in my life I thought I had to do it all by myself. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. Didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you gotta let it go, let it all go. And this is what you gotta say. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more trouble, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
Woo! You go. Woo! Ah. Can I hear an amen, Mr. Charles? All right. Let's share together in our vision, centered in love. We embrace a positive path for spiritual living. And our mission, wherever we are, we provide a welcoming community that inspires and encourages all who gather here through the teaching, sharing, and practice of universal spiritual principles. And one of the ways we practice those principles is to honor wherever you are on your journey. So during this time of hugs and handshakes and high fives, apparently, if you want to hug, we'll bring it in. If you want a handshake, we will respect that. And if you want us to leave you completely alone, we will honor whatever bubble you create around yourself. Have a great time. Oh, hug.
I started the hug.
You did.
Here we go. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here.
Paying attention.
I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is sing with us. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
And we're walking. And we're coming back. Have a seat. All right, we do have some announcements today. Our prayer chaplains today are Lisa Bechtel and Charles Lee, and they are both in the sanctuary with us, and they will be available on this side of the sanctuary after the service if you would like some one-on-one prayer. And also just remember that up on the prayer table at the front of the sanctuary, we do have prayer request cards that you can fill out, and then they do go to our prayer chaplains to pray over confidentially. And you can also email Jackie at admin@unityofpalmyra.org, and then she forwards prayer requests onto the prayer team. So lots and lots of opportunities to be supported with prayer by our wonderful, wonderful prayer chaplains. We are also surrounding our prayer chaplain team leader, Leslie, with love. Her mother passed last week, and she is down in North Carolina kind of taking care of things. And so we've just been surrounding her and her family with our love. She's such an integral part of our prayer chaplain team and our community. So, and we want to thank Charles because he took the lead on sending some beautiful flowers to her to just express our love. So, lots of love. Speaking of love, it's opera fudge time. That was kind of a segue, not a very good one. We love chocolate, so there you go. So Gwen is downstairs with the kids today, but if you have any questions about this, this is the Easter opera fudge. It's really sweet. It's in a box with grass, and there's three opera fudge eggs in it. So it's actually nice to give as a gift. So these are the order forms with the flavors, and I think they have to be in by March 26th, and then they'll be delivered on Palm Sunday, April 2nd. So there's a whole stack of them out there, and we'll bring them down to fellowship, and I'm sure that Gwen will be very subtly giving one to everyone during fellowship so that you can take them home. The couple of dates. The Unconscious Bias Workshop is next Sunday. It's March next Sunday. Woohoo! So after the service, we are having the Unconscious Bias Workshop, and that's going to be led by Jeff and Sherry and sponsored by the Social Activism team. And then on Saturday morning, March 25th, I'm offering my Introduction to Spiral Dynamics workshop. That's from 9:30 to 12:30 on Saturday morning, and it is Zoom only. So, because we do have some folks from out of town who are going to probably be attending that. So that will be Zoom. There are sign-ups for both of those downstairs, so please do sign up. And then game night is Saturday, April 1st. That's going to be very fun. Charles and Holly are having a good time with that. So all of those dates are contingent upon the downstairs renovations, which we are going to begin on Sunday, March 12th. Sunday, March 12th, from Karen's creative mind, is going to be Sledgehammer Sunday. So wear your jeans and your grubbies, and after church, we are going to start knocking down walls downstairs and expanding holy grounds, and we're also going to be expanding the kitchen. So we will have much more room to fellowship and have wonderful coffee houses, and we will also have a functional kitchen. If you go downstairs today, you'll notice that we have already started working on the bathrooms. You can still use what's currently the ladies' room. You do not want to use what's currently the men's room because it's a mess. But eventually, hopefully, by the time we're done with Holy Grounds, those bathrooms will be unisex, as are the bathrooms upstairs. And that's part of our commitment to be completely open and affirming to everyone, regardless of how we identify in our magnificent glory. So lots and lots of work going on downstairs. Please do come in your grubbies on the 12th. As Linda pointed out at the hug meeting, you don't have to swing a sledgehammer. We're going to need people to help clean up. We're going to need pizza, Charles. We're going to need, there's going to be a lot of ways to support the process. So if you're nervous about swinging a sledgehammer, there will also be reciprocating saws and power tools, and it's going to be, it's going to be so much fun. So anyway, I love knocking down walls. We're going to let it go. We're letting those walls go. All right, and then finally, I just wanted to check in. If you are currently on our Constant Contact mailing list, then you are receiving the Lenten readings every morning. And I really am going to talk a little bit more about this during the talk, but this is 40 days of practice this year. We're really focusing on practice. So when you get those readings, don't just click by it. Take a minute or 5 or 10, read them, ponder them, observe anything that comes up for you as you read them. You might even want to journal a little bit, right? This is about the process of letting go, which is, by the way, the title of today's talk. So if you're not getting those, it means you are not on our Constant Contact mailing list. And if you would like to be on that and get them, I promise we do not sell your address, although someone did once say that would be a great fundraiser to pay us not to sell your address, but we don't anyway. You want to write again to Jackie at admin@unityofpalmyra.org, and she will add you to our Constant Contact mailing list, and then you can get those every day. If you notice that you did not get one this morning, it's because on Sundays we're sending them out at noon, because we will be reading the Sunday thoughts as Kate is going to do today, and we just don't want to spoil the surprise. So. I think that's it for announcements. And so we are going to be reading not from the Daily Word during Lent. We're going to be reading from the Lenten booklet that we are following from Unity World headquarters. So that's what Kate's going to read from today.
The process of letting go. We're always in the stark and beautiful movement of letting go of one thing, thought, or situation, while being set free to a more excellent, deeper, and more expansive experience of ourselves. Letting go is a learned action from a lifelong journey of self-acceptance, revealed as a process that evokes our trust in the messiness of living with some experiences of joy, sorrow, disappointment, but wrapped up in a bit of love. Letting go is a process that invites us to affirm the truth of our being and trust the unfolding journey of being fully present in our thoughts, words, and deeds. To be inspired by the smallest of things, to overcome unforeseen challenges, and to let go of expectations that do not belong to us. We learn to trust the movement of spirit, creating the masterpiece that is you and me. From Philippians, I am confident of this, that the one who began a good work among you will bring it to completion by the day of Jesus Christ. And we affirm, letting go of what was, I trust the process of becoming more than I ever imagined. And so it is.
I am home, my family is here. I feel loved by the ones I hold so dear. And when my family needs me, I promise to be there. And when I need my family, I'm lifted up in prayer.
So this is the time of our service where we consciously enter into that time of prayer, where that integration of body, mind, and spirit exudes beyond us. And so we take a moment to simply breathe into this time, to open our hearts and our minds to the best possible outcome for every situation that is occurring in our lives. For this is what it means to embrace a positive path. Not that everything we experience feels positive in the moment, but it is our intention to find some good in it. Perhaps to let go of what we thought a person or situation should be, and be present to what actually is. And so we take that energy of letting go into this time. We also surround anyone in this community who is experiencing a challenge. We love you, we embrace you, we share your journey, and we hold you in the tender embrace of this community. And for anyone who is experiencing joy or gratitude, and hopefully each of us has something to be grateful for today, we ask you to share that energy with us so that it is multiplied and spread, not just to those engaging in this time of service, but into our week, into those that share our journey beyond these walls. We also comfort those today who are experiencing a loss. Many of us knew Reverend Claudel County. For many of us in this room, she was our first Unity minister, and we loved her dearly. She passed a while ago, and they are now celebrating her life at the village today. And so we surround everyone who is there celebrating her, honoring her incredible contribution to the Unity movement. And we surround all of us who hold a very tender spot in our hearts for our Reverend Claudel. And in honor of her, Miss Kate is going to sing a song that Claudel wrote that we sang just about every Sunday during our service. Miss Kate.
I wanted to tell Claude's story of how she wrote this song. She had just been accepted in the ministry and was having doubts, so she went into meditation and saw an angel. And without words, the angel confirmed that she was in the right place. And she said she went home and wrote this song in 15 minutes and never changed a note or a word. God bless you, Claudel. Here I am, Lord, use me, guide me, fill me, take me, lead me by your will. Here I am, Lord, ready to follow hear you, I feel you move in me. Lord, I come closer, humbled, surrendered, lifted, committed to your plan. Thy will is done through me this day. Thy will is done through me this day. Here I am, Lord, I come. Here I am, Lord, I come.
Thank you.
Almost feels like there shouldn't be anything.
Claudel and I agree that there's no much thing as too much music.
I've been lately thinking about my life's time, all the things I've done and how it's been. And I can't help believing in my own mind. I know I'm gonna hate to see it end. I've seen a lot of sunshine, slept out in the rain, and spent a night or two all on my own. I've known my lady's pleasures, I've had myself some friends, and spent a night or two in my own home. I have to say it now, it's been a good life all in all. It's really fine to have a chance to hang around and lie there by the fire and watch the evening tire while all my friends and my old lady sit and pass the pipe around and talk of poems and prayers and promises and things that we believe in. How sweet it is to love someone, how right it is to care, and how long it's been since yesterday. What about tomorrow? And what about our dreams and all the memories we share? Days they pass so quickly now, nights are seldom long, and time around me whispers when it's cold, and changes somehow frighten me, and still I have to smile. It turns me on to think of growing old. For though my life's been good to me, there's still so much to do. So many things my mind has never known. I'd like to raise a family, I'd like to sail away and dance across the mountains on the moon. I have to say it now, it's been a good life all in all. It's really fine to have the chance to hang around and lie there by the fire and watch the evening tire while all my friends and my old lady sit and pass the pipe around and talk of poems and prayers and promises and things that we believe in. How sweet it is to love someone, how right it is to care, how long it's been since yesterday. What about tomorrow? And what about our dreams and all the memories we share?
We are so blessed. Oh my goodness. So welcome to Lent. We are embracing the 40 days of letting go that the Unity Lenten booklet prescribed, and it was actually right in alignment with the surrender theme I had started to choose, and then I thought, do I really want to choose surrender? And then I surrendered to it. So we are practicing letting go. So we're starting today with the process of letting go that you heard Kate read about. And for the next 5 weeks, we're going to be getting a little more specific about how exactly we do that. And I'll talk about that in a few minutes. But as I was reading the letting go, and I was thinking about, okay, so the process of letting go, and I said to Ken, this feels like a little vague, you know, like, I like the next 5 weeks where we're getting very specific. And he said, well, maybe it's supposed to be vague. Maybe this is the umbrella for the entire series. So I said, okay, I'll go with that. And then I was talking to Jackie about it as we were preparing, you know, the emails and getting ready for the whole Lenten season. And she said, you know, Mom, I remember at some point, we think it was last year, I found something that talked about the difference between letting go and letting be. So instead of let it go, it was let it be. And then I thought, ooh, that's intriguing. So let's see if we can bring that into the mix a little bit. And then, of course, we couldn't find the source for that until I dug a little bit deeper and I found it. So I want to actually read you this person's blog. And now I have to take these off, ironically, because I don't need progressives anymore. So this is a blog by Nick Hobson, who is a behavioral scientist. And it's called Feeling Anxious. Say these 3 words to calm down, according to scientists and Zen monks. And I want to read you the whole blog because usually I only do like excerpts, but there's a wonderful arc to this that I want you to hear all of. So he says, a couple of months ago, I traveled to Spain for a work trip. Nestled in the Girona, Girona, am I saying? I'm looking at Rick because he knows these things, but I think that's right. Mountains to the west, with the open coastal waters of the Balearic Sea to the east. This was one work trip I knew I would never forget. Actually, work trip is a bit of a misnomer. It was more of a retreat as I found myself amongst a motley crew of global leadership experts, scientists, executives, lifelong mindfulness practitioners, and Buddhists, all together to ponder the eternal question, how does the mind create great leadership? Wouldn't you have loved to have been a fly on the wall in that room? So the whole thing started with 2 days of silence. And I mean silence. No talking, not even during meals, no phones, no digital devices. just you and your mind. Everybody breathe. Okay. So the first little bit was tough, to say the least. With the busyness of our modern lives and the constant distraction of phones, laptops, and iPads at our disposal, the mind is not accustomed to this type of empty silence. In the type of practice we were doing called open awareness, the objective, without really being an objective per se, is to observe and notice thoughts, sensations, and emotions as they arise. The idea is to try to stay away from narrating, analyzing, and figuring out your experiences. Again, we breathe together. And instead, to see your experience as it really is. On day 3, when we could begin talking again, one coaching session prompted a question from the group. During those moments of meditative silence, what do you say to yourself when the loud/critical/doubting voice inside your head conjures up negative thoughts or emotions? The experts in the room had 2 go-to phrases: let it go and let it be. On the surface, both seem like very reasonable personal mantras to help unhook you from reoccurring thoughts/emotions and provide a much-needed space between experience and the ego. But I had a hypothesis. My intuition was that the tiny difference in a single word, go versus be, would produce a different calming effect on the mind. So what's your guess? Which do you think would be better at calming the mind? Which would be your go-to mantra? So I created an experiment. Elsa versus Paul McCartney. I thought of you, Becky, when we got to this point, and Charles. In the Disney blockbuster Frozen, Queen Elsa has a go-to line to help her alleviate her icy anxiety as she belts out, "Let it go," from the top of her snow mountain palace. Half a century earlier, Paul McCartney and the Beatles mollified the world with their soothing piano ballad, finding their own words of wisdom, "Let it be." The battle of Elsa versus Paul ensued. Who would win? I ran an experiment to see which phrase was the more potent anxiolytic. I have never heard that word before. Is that like anti-anxiety? Even the therapist is shaking her head. Anxiolytic. We're going to say it means anti-anxiety. The experiment worked as follows. 500 individuals were put through an emotional experience. They were prompted to think back to a difficult time in the last 2 years when you felt really stressed. Right after, I asked their emotional baseline. They were then told to sit with the emotions for 3 minutes, reflecting on how you felt then and how it makes you feel now. A third of the participants weren't given any instructions other than the above. They were the control group. The other third of the participants were instructed to let it go and to repeat the mantra over the duration of the 3 minutes as they reflected back and sat with their emotions. That was the Elsa group. The final third of participants had the same mantra instructions, but they were told to repeat let it be instead. They were the McCartney group. Finally, once the 3 minutes elapsed, all 500 participants answered the same emotions questions as they had moments earlier. Our question: which condition produced the greatest decrease in anxiety from before the emotional induction to after? Not surprising, the people in the control group showed a very slight 4% decrease. The passing of time had a small impact on their anxiety, but not much. The participants repeating the let it go mantra had a 24% drop in anxiety, a significant reduction, to be sure. The clear winner, however, was let it be, with a 45% drop in anxiety from before to after. The reason? Those told to repeat, let it be, felt the experience was less effortful. In other words, when you let something be, it just is. You don't have to do anything to it or to yourself. When you let something go, however, there's a part of the process that's asking you to actively do something, to let go of a feeling or thought. That requires some doing, and therefore is less effective than just letting things be. So what do you think? Pretty interesting, isn't it? Right? Because letting it go has an element of there's something wrong that I need to let go of, right? Or there's something that needs to be fixed or forgotten, right? And yet letting it be has an energy of I'm accepting it just as it is. I'm not judging it. I'm not trying to fix it. I'm not analyzing it. I'm just letting it be. So as we enter into our 40 days of letting go, I'm inviting you to do whatever you want with it. If you want to let it go, feel free. If you want to let it be, feel free. As with the readings every morning, you know, some of them I'm reading and I'm just totally resonating with, and others I'm reading and I'm going, yeah, I see that a little differently, right? And that's great. Feel free. This is a practice. It's a practice for us observing what's going on in our life, right? And where are we struggling? Where is life hard? Where are we feeling? It was so interesting. I love divine order. I was having a conversation with a friend the other morning when the I let go of anxiety popped up. And interestingly, she was sharing with me that she was anxious about something. No kidding. I was like, okay, this is just too perfect for me not to share with you. So I read it to her and she went, oh my gosh, that's perfect. Put me on your mailing list. Right? So that one was right on, you know? And then there are some that may not feel right on, and that's okay. This is 40 days to observe, 40 days to go within and just notice what's up in our lives, right? What is asking to be let go and what is asking to be let be. So we're not asking you to give up wine or chocolate this year, thank God. But we are saying, are we willing to let it go and let it be? So over the next 5 weeks, we're going to be looking at non-resistance, and we're going to be looking during that Sunday at defensiveness, crankiness, where are we, when we notice that we're being resistant or uncomfortable, that's kind of what's underneath resistance, what's up with that. Then we're going to be looking at detachment. These are all ways that we specifically can let go or let be. And of course, I have to talk about the Four Noble Truths on that Sunday. Then we're going to be looking at an interesting, they're calling this one Denying the Power. And what that week is going to be about is recognizing that stuff happens in our lives and how much power are we giving the stuff, right? How much power are we giving that stuff or that relationship or that person or that situation? And then I love Palm Sunday. They're using a wonderful metaphor. That one's called Preparing the Way. And we're going to look at the palms, and I think we'll pass out palms this year because I love this analogy they're using. The palms are everything that we've let go to prepare the way for Resurrection Sunday or Easter the following week. I also want to say that Gwen is preparing a wonderful Maundy Thursday service, that Thursday, April 6th, which is actually my birthday. How cool is that? And then I'm going to be leading a meditation on Good Friday, which is Friday, April 7th. Just to kind of come in, we'll have music, we'll have candles, I'll lead a sweet meditation. And then we will enter the tomb together on Saturday and come back together for our annual Flower Cross celebration on Easter. So that is your Lenten practice, practice, practice. The other thing we're going to be doing during this series, and I've talked to Janie about this, is we're going to be incorporating probably 3 to 4 minutes of silence during the meditations because so much of this work is about going within. So if when we say go into the silence, if you think this has become interminable, we will end it at some point, don't worry. But we want you to really go into that silence. Now, we're not asking you to do it for 3 days, as the author Nick did, but we do want to have more silence in these services so that we can go within and really observe what is being called to be let go or let be. Sound good? All right. Janie, would you sing us into meditation?
Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore. Float into the mystery. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore. Float into the mystery. You have all you need. It's all inside of you. Just close your eyes and breathe and know that you are saved. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore. Float into the mystery. No need to make a plan. Your heart will be your compass. Just lift your sails in faith and trust that you will arrive. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore. Float into the mystery. Float into the mystery. Let go. Float. Float. Let go. Float. Let go. Float.
So let's breathe together. A nice, big, deep, all the way down to your toes breath. As we feel every cell nurtured, enlivened, inspired by the breath. If you're experiencing any tension or pain in your body, gently breathe into it. Feeling the healing happening as the energy of the breath spreads through you. And on your next breath, I invite you to focus on your heart space. Consciously breathe into this area. Feel it warming and expanding and glowing. We breathe into this center of love, compassion, wisdom, and courage. And now on your next breath, I invite you to feel the energy moving up through your throat and into your mind. Your wonderful, beautiful mind, the center of reason and logic and intellect. And as you breathe, allow the air to flow through these two centers of our being. Feel them connect. Feel them embrace one another as loving partners. Celebrating the connection of mind and heart. And staying in that beautiful energy, we ask ourselves so gently, what is my soul calling me to let go? What is my soul calling me to let be? And with great compassion, we take these questions into the silence. As we continue to breathe, opening our mind and our heart wide, we observe whatever answers have surfaced, being exceedingly gentle with ourselves. Noticing whether we are accepting or resisting the response. As we continue to practice letting go and letting be.
Let go. Float. Let go. Float.
That was yummy. So this is the time of our service where we thank you for your incredible generosity, for your support of this community with your tithing of your time, talent, and treasure. If you feel led to give to us in paper, the basket's in the back of the room, and we also have multiple ways that you can donate through the ethers flying electronically into our accounts. But most of all, we just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Your gifts honor the important work of this community, and it is so truly important. Thank you.
Open up your eyes. Awake, arise. Love like a hand reaches down and pulls up a sub from the ground. Now is the time to step from the dark into the light, 'cause you can't change what you've done, but you can choose who you become. And every moment is a second chance, starting over, starting over. Move from the past to the present tense. You can start over again. Start over again. If you feel ashamed of the choices that you've made, you can be whole again and return to your innocence. And every moment is a second chance, starting over, starting over. Move from the past to the present tense. Start over again. Start over again. And yesterday is gone. again. Open up your eyes. Awake, arise.
That's a new one. I like that. That's very sweet. All right, can we sing in those kids? Are they out there? I thought I saw a little face peeking over the door.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine,
Hi, what you doing?
I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Do you want to come down and show us what you did, please? Oh. This is Scarlett. Welcome, Scarlett.
Hi, Scarlett.
So what did you guys learn today? You forget.
We learned about a boy that breathed in the rainbow.
A boy and a turtle that.
The turtle was wondering what the boy did, like what the boy is doing. So the turtle started doing what the boy was doing.
Oh.
The boy breathed in. The turtle came closer and closer.
Let me see your picture.
The turtle.
The boy and the turtle and the rainbow. I love it. Yeah?
And then they became friends. I think
I love it. That's beautiful. Can we bless you? Would that be okay? Okay. So here's. I know. She's blessing a verse. All right. So, Miss Scarlett, if you put your papers down and put your hands up, and we are going to bless you. You ready? Ready to catch it? Okay. Together, we love you. We bless you. We appreciate you. And we behold the Christ in each and every one of you, even the blessing of verse ones. Amen. All right. Let's go sing the peace song. You can go back to your mom.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, united all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
The
Light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. And wherever God is, all is well.
All is well. No matter what. Let it go. So let it be. So go forth this week, whether you're Elsa or McCartney. Let it go, let it be, practice, 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 and we'll see you next week. Have a wonderful week. Bye-bye, our YouTube and Facebook friends. We love you. Yes, it did.
Of all the weekend.